Hello everybody, Mark's Remarks here. This is going to be a quick video, hopefully, because I'm trying to get this done before I run out to work. I'm going to do a few shout outs and then I'm going to show you I've been growing some onions in the kitchen on the windowsill. I'm going to show you how I've been doing that. But I'm going to do some reviews and some people have been putting some ideas. I did a Fray Bentos pie the other day, and people have been writing in ideas about what to do with the tray after it's finished with. Right, so let me that and a few other shout outs. So we got first of all, I'm going to try and get through them fairly quick. Jamie, Mark, where's the Fray Bentos meatballs? Well, I managed to get a couple of cans meatballs with tomato sauce, so I'm going to be using those in a pasta dish. I've seen the ones with gravy, but but if I see them in recently, I'll pick them up. But at the moment, I've got the tomato sauce one. Mad Maz 49A. Any idea when you're doing a live stream? Well, it depends on when I get a day off. That's few and far between, which is kind of good, you know. It means I'm working. Dan the Man says that while I was cooking the Fray Bentos pie video, I seemed extra chipper. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, it's always good because I do like to cook with something that I haven't done before. If I, you know, and sometimes I feel a bit less than energized, but I felt good. You know, I was doing a pie, doing something I hadn't done. It was very interesting to try this. I haven't done it in 30 years, you know. Neil Fitzpatrick says, I've got adverts now, yeah. If anybody wants to help the channel, please don't skip the videos. I know they're a pain. Don't, you know, I mean, of course, skip out of them if you're not interested. But if you want to help the channel, just let us, you know, just let a few go by. It all helps. It doesn't help, you know, you don't make a great deal of money, but it just helps the channel. I can invest it back into making better videos. Anyway, thank you very much. Now, Pete Thomas. He says he likes the pie. The pies are fab. They're totally legitimate and delicately cheap, relatively cheap meal. Yeah, he loves the soggy bits, which I've got to be honest, that's the part I don't like. The part that's underneath. The top part is crispy. And he goes on to say, as another use for these pie dishes, you can use them to make your own pies. They're a ready-made pie dish. Why go out and buy one when you get a free one with every Fray Bentos chicken, you know, or meat pie? Put the pastry in, put the topping in, lid on there. If you watch my Mark's Remarks Christmas dinner, you'll see I did that with an aluminium tray that I reused from another dish. But thank you, Pete. That's a nice idea. Reusable pie dish. Now, what I've been doing in the kitchen is I've taken a pack of onions, which I've been using for stir fries and sandwiches and whatnot. As you can see, the onion, when you buy them in the bag, they're all dried out. They're probably several weeks old since they come out of the field. And all the little roots here are all dried out. It looks dead, ready for eating. Okay? But what I've been doing is, I took that onion, put it in a jar of water, and as you can see, the water's up to there. I'll bring this closer. You can see all the roots. This takes approximately 2 weeks. Okay, and then you know, as you can see, you know, it's sprouted and it's looking quite healthy, considering it looked dead from when you buy it. You know, and yeah, you put that on the windowsill. You don't need any dirt. Just put it in water. The water, you can put water or just put water in there. Dirt is just to hold the water, and then if you want, you can replant that in the garden. And then, as you can see, if you keep it in the jar with the water, it'll grow even further. I'm just going to turn that viewfinder around. There you go. So, you buy it from the shop, couple of weeks in water, and then, as you can see, this is another use for an Uncle Ben's jar. This onion didn't come out of the same pack as these, by the way, because this is a bigger onion. Okay, but the principle is, as you can see, the principle's the same, and it grows like a monster. Look at that. Couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get any onions from this. I would imagine possibly if I replant it in some dirt, but I'll keep you informed. And if you're interested in seeing any more of these growing, because I've done this with potatoes in the cupboard here. You know, you can grow potatoes in your kitchen cupboard. Okay, let me know, and you know, I'll keep you informed if on the progress of this if you're interested. Right, and that's what I've been doing. So that was quite interesting. I thought, but let me know what you think, and try it yourself. You know, it's doesn't cost anything. You know, just get a pack of onions, grow them. Good for the kids to get involved, perhaps. Mark W loves the pies, and he wants to see more adverts. Well, thank you very much. I know. Yeah, I don't know whether he's being funny with there, but I mean, I know the adverts are a pain, but they help the channel. Manic Mailman hasn't had. He's had one of those pies 15 years ago. Wasn't a good experience. I hear they're good nowadays. Yeah, I mean it weren't too bad, except for the soggy bottom. But I guess if you was to turn them over, I don't know, maybe it would heat the top up. English Heart, he covers up the T in Just. So it looks like Just chicken. He says it's a bit more, makes it a bit more posher pie. Thank you, English Heart. Miss Montoya, good video. Dinner looks nice. I always wondered if that pie brand was nice, as I'm used to ones that are not hidden in the tin, but actually look pretty nice. Yeah, I tell you, I'm used to the frozen ones and the ones that come in a in a tray. But it just made a nice change, and yeah, it's very nice. Matt N has trouble opening the pies without cutting his fingers. He just goes out and buys the steak puddings. Tasty, but they're not. He says they're not dreadful. Yeah, I think it depends on the can opener, and you just got to wear gloves or just be real careful. But yeah, I mean these are quite good because they don't have any sharp edges. You know. Anyway, I've thought of a couple of the uses for these. You know, I mean if you've got a cat or a small dog. These make for a good dinner tray for them because there's no sharp edges. You can run your finger around there. There's nothing to cut them on. Yeah, why go out and buy one when you got a free one right here? If you're into painting, put your paint in here as a little. I don't know. Put your paint in the corner there and put your brush. It's all good. There's a few more coming. A few more ideas. Here's one. Right, Miss Montoya 114 says if you place the pie in between two plates, I guess a plate underneath, plate on the top after it's cooked, turn it over, and then when it starts to come out, I think some of it's difficult to read, but I think you turn it backwards. Oh, it has to be cool when you do this, and apparently it's easier to come out if you take it out part way and then turn it back. It'll loosen it up, which I was having trouble getting the pie. I had to scrape it out the tray here, which is a bit of a problem. But that might be one way of curing that. Thank you, Miss Montoya. There you go, Andrew Davis 15. With the pie tin, you could use it to grow something like herbs for the future videos, or watercress for salads, perhaps. There you go, that's interesting. You could, because like with the onions, you don't need dirt. All you need is some water, maybe some cotton wool to hold the water. You could also use this as put your plant pot in here as well. That'll be interesting, save, because because you can actually go out and buy little dishes specifically to put a plant pot in. Why do that? And then you got to use. If you don't have that, you got to use a saucer, which means you got to use one of these. Put it on the windowsill. Keeps all the water in there. You might have a problem with. I don't know. It says metal. I think it sounds like steel, which might have a tendency to rust. But you can always toss it away afterwards. But thank you very much for that idea. Okay, Charlie Leach says she loves the pies, and George C. Excuse me, while I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at the screen here while I'm being filmed. Alright, normally I'll look at the camera. George C. says, another cracker mark. Could reuse the dish for homemade pie? Yeah, that's yeah. Somebody, Pete Thomas said that. But it's a very good idea. Make it for a homemade pie, and he knows somebody who made a Yorkshire pudding and toad in the hole in one of these. Which very yeah, it goes. I mean, you can do anything. You could even. I was thinking about this work the other day. You could even, if you're going camping. I don't know about the problem with the paint underneath. I don't know. But perhaps you could take it camping, you could boil water in here, you could fry an egg in here if you go camping. Don't take a big frying pan, or you just take one of these. Get some pliers, bend the side here, and then hold it with the pliers, and then you can put it over the fire, cook an egg in there, cook some bacon in there, cook some beans in there, cook some water in there, you know, anything you like. And it doesn't weigh hardly anything. It's very good. You could use it to dig a hole if you need to, if you're in a... I don't know. Anyway. This is getting to be a long video, but I've got to cut it short soon because I've got to load it and go to work. But Harry Belcher loves the amount of vegetables I have in this dinner. This pie with the potatoes and, you know, the veg. That was it. It was frozen roast potatoes. He agrees with the boiling of the vegetables. Yeah, with the carrots and the vegetables. I tried frying them just for a change because I like to, you know, try something different, try a new way of cooking stuff. If you're making stir fry, then frying the vegetables is the way. You can also boil them, but frying them is better. If you're putting them in a regular dinner, boil them. That's the way. Nick Bates 87 says that Fray Bentos make a boozy steak and ale. He says it's awesome. There you go. Thanks very much, Nick Bates. Paul K says if you have a drip under the sink, these trays are very useful, he says, as 425 grams, which is what this weighs with a pie in it, of water equates to 425 420 that 425.00 milliliters. There are 20 drops in a milliliter. So thank you, Paul K. Okay, two more. Jack McCready comments, superb. I don't know if he's talking about the pie or video or what, but thank you, Jack McCready. Now, English Heart had a good one. Yeah. Marks Remarks, I use them as a replacement for my anti-government foil hat. There you go. Just punch a small hole in either side and use the string as a chin strap. There you go. Yeah, because I tell you, if the government are reading your mind, then what they say is put a tinfoil hat on, but this is a good replacement by the English Heart says. So there you go. Yeah, you never know. Everybody might be wearing these as a fashion statement eventually. Let's see. Okay, there you have it. That's all the all the shout-outs and whatnot. I'm going to try and load this. I'm going to try and load that in the next few minutes before I go to work. And let me know what you think about that onion. Is there any other vegetables that you've grown in your house that is possible to work on a windowsill? You know, for those people who don't have a garden, who like gardening but don't have the space. Like I say, I've done it with potatoes. I'll probably do a video on that, you know, because I've always, you know, I've always got a couple of potatoes left. I grow them till they sprout really, you know, really mad, and then I give them away to my mum, and she puts them in the allotment or in her garden, you know. So let me know. All right, thanks very much for watching.